Well, thank you very much for coming. Gosh, it's a lot of folks in a hot tent, but delighted to be here. So why don't we start with questions? And I think anyone over here? Okay, right here.
So Jerry Brown said that if you can't be accountable about the issues surrounding your housekeeper, then you shouldn't run for office. So I'm wondering if you can follow up and respond to that.
So he's just dead wrong. I was accountable for hiring someone I believed to be a documented worker. She became a part of our family, and when it turned out she came to me and was undocumented, I did what the law requires, and I had to let it go. It broke my heart because Nikki had become a part of our family, but it was the right thing to do. What Jerry Brown is not accountable for is the role that he has played in this whole political circus. He does not acknowledge that he's very close to Gloria Allred. He does not acknowledge that his campaign was moving this around 2 weeks ago. He does not acknowledge that the Service Employees International Union, SEIU, was all poised and ready to go with an ad. So he is not being accountable for sacrificing Nikki Diaz for his political ambitions. And you know what? After November 2nd, no one's going to be looking out for Nikki. She's in deep trouble now because she has been brought forward as forging documents, and I don't know what's going to happen to Nikki, and I worry about her tremendously.
Could you set aside Mr. Brown's possible alleged involvement in the story about your housekeeper and ask, do you think this is something the public has a right to know and ask you about? You got lots of questions today. Do you think the questions were off base and not a waste of time?
So I could not have been more open about this issue. Did a press conference in Los Angeles yesterday or the day before. I think spent about an hour answering questions. And I think I have been incredibly forthcoming about this. The real story I have told, which is we tried to hire a documented worker. We hired an agency. We had a copy of the Social Security card. We had a copy of the driver's license and the documentation that says you are legal to work here. Nikki came to work with us. We had never any clue that she was not documented. She came to us in June. We had to let her go. I feel terrible about that. And that's the story.
So you believe it's a legitimate question that the public has?
Listen, as I said, everything is legitimate in politics. But my view is this is in some ways a sideshow, a circus, a distraction from what Californians really want to focus on. And Jerry Brown doesn't want to talk about the issues. He doesn't want to talk about a plan to get California back to work because he does not have a plan.